Everybody, welcome back to another video with your casual keyboard guy. Today's lesson is going to be on the song titled "There'll Never Be," and this song is by Switch. So, thank you to my subscriber Brian Hall for the donation, and we're gonna look at the chords pertaining to this song, which is it's a lot of chords, but it's pretty much like one big loop. So even like the intro is like literally the song, like it's how they go through the song. So anyway, and they got this little band jam at the end. But anyway, let's get into it. Of course, y'all know me. I'm gonna play through a little bit, then break it down, break it down. Oh yeah. All right, let's get it. It's the verse. All right, guys. I missed one chord in the inside the song, but I'll show you when I break it down. Like when we go to that that little change, there never be another. There will be it's supposed to be this A minor chord. Be a better love and there never be. Then it goes to that D over C or D non sus. Anyway. I'll show you that, guys. You know how I do. All right. So let's get it. So basically this song starts off with this C over D. So something like this. Now, it is this little melody that you hear is going like something like that. So I mean, I guess if you play the C like this, I guess it'll be a little easier if you want to do that line. So if you do the C in this inversion with the G on the bottom, C, E, and then you got the D in the bass, C over D or D non sus4. You could do that B, which is really the 7th of C. So he's making the C7 when I take the D off, because when you put the D on, makes it a D non sus. But anyway, so you got D's in the bass, you got G, C, and E. And if you want to do that line, it's just you're just going back and forth between the B to the C. Okay, very subtle in the song, but it's in there. So anyway, first chord. This is just the whole chord in the beginning. And if you want to do that, you can do that. Okay, so that's the first chord. And then when the song comes in is So that's gonna be a G major 9. So you got G in the bass, B, D, F sharp, and A. Hit that chord twice. Okay. That chord twice. Alright, and then you're gonna hit this chord. It's gonna be a G add 2. So G major add 2. So you got G, A, B, and D with the same G in the bass. Okay? So alright. And when we get into the song, I'll just show you a simpler way to play these chords, because they just do this part in the intro. Even though it's the same chord changes, essentially it's they just don't do that. They don't do this when they go into the verse. All right. So anyway, so you got the 2 hits, boom, boom, boom. Okay. And then we're gonna go down to this E minor chord. All right. So we're gonna have this E minor with E in the bass. You could do E, G, and B in your right hand, okay? E, G, B in your right hand. And you're going to do the same 2 hits on the E minor chord. And then you're going to go down to the E non-sus4. So it's going to be A, B, D, F sharp. Or you could just do without the B. If that's too hard, you can just take the B out and just do A, D, F sharp, okay? So, or you can add the B if you want. Okay, so or take the B out. All right, first 2 chords. The next chord is going to be C over D. So we could do it's going to be C, D, E, and G. So it's going to be D in the bass. Then you got C, D, E, and G. All right. So okay, and then we're gonna go to B minor 7. So you got B's in the bass, then you got B, D, F sharp, A in the right hand. Okay. Then we got we got that same E over D, or the E non-sus4 that we just learned. Okay. All right. And then we go back to the D non-sus4. So I'm sorry. Alright. So after you go from that E sus4, you're going back to the, and I'll show you the bass line later, but the bass line just goes from the B, E, B, and then you go back to that D non-sus4. So I'm show you. I'm doing the bass line pretty simple because I mean really showing the chords, but I'll show you a nice bass line at the end. Okay. Okay. All right, and then we're going to walk the bass E flat, and then we're going to be on this E minor 7. So you got E minor or E in the bass. You got B, D, E, and G. Okay, so E minor 7. And then you're gonna go down to so I'm sorry, let me do this chord again. So you got E minor 7, E's in the bass, B, D, E, G. Okay? So B, D, E, G in the right hand with E's in the bass. E minor 7. Next chord is gonna be a C minor over E flat. So you got E flats in the bass, you got C, E flat, and G. Okay, next chord. We're gonna have a G over D. So you got D's in the bass, you got a B, D, and G in the right hand. And then from here, we have an E minor over D flat or C sharp. Okay, so E minor over C sharp. So you got got the C sharps, then you got the G, B, and E. So it's pretty much an E minor chord over C sharp, which is a C sharp minor 7 flat 5. All right. And then we're gonna go to a C major 9. So you got 2 C's in the left hand, then you got B, D, E, and G in the right hand. Okay. C major 9, B, D, E, G. I'm sorry, B, D, E, G with C's in the bass. And then we're gonna go to that B minor 7 again. That we already learned, B, D, F sharp A with a B in the bass. And then we're gonna go to the E minor 7 again. We learned that chord. Okay. And then we're gonna and then we're gonna go to the to an A minor 7. So we're gonna do the A minor 7 right here. So it's gonna be A's in the bass, then you're gonna have C, E, and G. Let's do the minor 11. That's never mind. It's sounding a little too dirty. So it's gonna do the regular A minor 7, A in the bass. Then you got C, E, G. And then we're gonna end on the right here, the D non-sus 4. So I know that was a lot. Let me just run through it real quick. Okay. I'm sorry. Right there first. Then we go to the D over C. Alright, and then we at the top of the song. Alright. So the top of the song is essentially it's the same thing over and over again. So it should be quick. So basically we'll do our G right here. Let's do our G right here. So we pretty much just doing the G triad. And this is like when the verse comes in. So you got G, A, B, and D with a G in the bass. Cause remember we did. So instead of doing that, we just going to just be on this G right here. All right. So first verse, G, add a 2. And then we can go back to that E. The E over D over E, which is a E non-sus. All right, same chord, and then we're gonna go back to the C. Remember that? And yeah. All right, so Okay. And then we're gonna go to the B minor 7. Alright. What you do for you? Alright, we're back to that E minor, or E non-sus4. And then back to the C over D. So it's the same thing that we learned in the intro, and then we go up to the E minor. Don't try to hide your love. Same thing. Okay. There never be another. Okay. Then we got there will be. Hey. Alright, so we learned all the chords already. And then we go, this is what we didn't learn. Alright. So the only difference in the chorus and or the first verse and how the intro comes in is they just do like these. They do that first chord like this with that little line. Don't forget that line, and then they do the opening chords a little different. Alright, and that's the only difference, just those first couple chords. But everything else, you know, when we get into this song, starts on that G, and then we go back to that E over D, or the E non-sus, and then we back on the C. Like, it's the same stuff, okay? And I'll play through it one more time, but let me show you the end part. So the end part is really just made up of 4 different chords. So you got a G, so you got a G triad, which is almost like the first chord you play, because it's in the key of G. So you got G, B, D, and I'm just doing the octave, but you don't have to do if it's too hard to stretch. You can just do a G triad, and then it does E minor. So G, B, D with a G, E in the bass, E, G, B. Then it goes to F, F, A, C with the F in the bass. It's all triads, and then you got this F sharp triad. So F sharp in the bass, F sharp, B flat, and C sharp. Okay, so that's the 4 chords. So you got G major, E minor, F sharp major, F major, F sharp major. Okay, that's the 3 or the 4 chords. So the rhythm is G, E, F, F, F sharp, G. That's the first little thing. Boom, 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 boom. So let's do that one more time. Boom, 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 boom. All right, that's the second part. So the first part again. All right. The second part is all right. So second part, and then the bass got a little walk down, something like so E, 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 F. Okay. So just E, 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 F, walk down the E, D to the C, and back to the top. So watch this. Play it with me, guys. One more time. All right, so that's pretty much the whole song. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play it one more time through, and let's end this tutorial. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna play it through one more whole time, and then we gonna get out of here. Cause basically what they do is they go back to the top. All right, so let me cause it's like a even as like on the solo part, it's the same thing. Oh, I did say I was gonna teach you the bass line. So real quick, the bass line. So basically, what they do is they use this kind of technique that I hear now. It's very, I'm gonna simplify it a little bit, but basically they're just using like they're going from. So if the bass is on G and you're trying to get to the E, right, which is the next bass, they're just using a whole step up to go down. So meaning, so if you're trying to get to the E, a whole step up would be the F sharp. So you'll start in the F sharp and come down to the E. Or they'll go a whole step down. So if you're trying to get to the E, you want to go a whole step up, you'll go from the E, and then the D is a whole step down, and you'll go D, E flat, E. So either they're doing a whole step down or a whole step up from the bottom. So then that's essentially like how they making that bass move. Now they doing some other funky stuff in there, but that's like the simple way. So I'll give you an example. So okay. So yeah, I'm going a whole step and coming down to the note that I get to. So I know that's a little quick explanation, but I'm gonna kind of be playing that way when I do the quick run through. So I just wanted to give you that example. So I'm starting on the G. I'm gonna get to the E. Watch what I do. Okay, now I want to get to the D, so I'm gonna start on the E and come down. Okay, they trying to do like octave stuff like that, and then. See, I'm trying to get to the B, so I'm starting on the C sharp to the B. All right, or so I mean, and they doing like some like I already show you, like, you know, a lot of times you can always use the like whatever the root note is, you can use the 5 and the octave too, so you can kind of mess with that. But basically, they're just doing like those little chromatic walk ups, I guess, or chromatic walk ups or walk downs. So before you hit whatever the bass note is, you can either come down to the note, or sometimes they'll walk up to the note. So let me play through it real quick, and then I'm out of here. They do a lot of octaves. Yeah, Bella, hey. Just using 5 and octave in the walk-ups. Now here we go. So and then, you know, they just go, like I said, they either repeat the verse or another verse, or they'll go into the groove. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that lesson. Catch your keyboard guy signing off. Peace.